We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Draw play, Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Mayfield now from the 50.
They'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Brady now on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Mayfield. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the 27, Brady. They set up the screen for Henry. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down. Now Brady. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Brady's throw taken in by Cook.
Touchdown, Bills. Jared Cook, 26 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield on play action. Forced out to his left. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw is Brady. First down and much more here for Jones. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now is Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And caught by Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Brady to throw again. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jerry Judy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bills have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Diggs. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. They'll roll him out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards the pickup there. Final play of the half. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And Lutz's kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Jones has it. And some room to work. Marvin Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bills have broken the tie. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. It's complete to Diggs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
from the gun. It's Dillon.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Luck's good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 7.
Carry now for Derrick Henry. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Javon Kinlaw
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bryant. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got his big tight end here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Mayfield with it once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. That is caught left side by Bryant. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Fighting through. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.